justices, like kunyari, si
Yeah, but
former senior
Davide and
Associate Justice.
Ascona are for 16. So
Aray mo.
it's
Former
divided.
Sag
You know?
Antonio Carpio says it's not hard and fast. Former SP Frank Trilon says
I'll go with Chief Justice Davide and Ascona.
yung attorney former
sabi, ito ang pinaka-brat. Nako, dito sa video na to, pag-uusapan ho natin kung ano pinaplano ng bagong pamunuan ng Blue Ribbon Committee dyan sa Senado. Meron hong isisiwalat itong si Amy Marcos at babaran ho natin itong interview nitong si Prof. Malutigia dyan sa One News. Pero bago ho yan, isang like at isang subscribe. Masaya na ho tayo dyan sa mga gusto sumali sa ating community. Yung join button nandyan lang ho sa baba. Re-recta na ho tayo dito sa isisiwalat nitong si Mangga. Kaugnay siya pinaplano ng Malacanang block sa Senado para ika nga hindi magtuloy-tuloy o talagang matigil na yung hearing ng Blue Ribbon Committee. Heto ho, panoorin natin.
Balita ko, dinig ko, ayan na naman sila, tigilan na daw yung flood control investigation. Kasi daw, hindi daw papel ng mga legislator mag-imbestiga, kundi mag-legislate. Nako, bahagi kaya yan. Higit sa lahat, yan ang hinihingi ng tao, tapusin na yung flood control investigation. Dahil galit na sila para malaman na kung saan napunta yung bilyones, trilyones na kabambayan. At higit sa lahat, para masisi na yung mga namatayan sa mga baha. Ayan, tigilan daw. Paano titigilan? Tignan naman ninyo. Walang tigil ang ulan.
Naku po.
Mismo ang langit, ayaw pumayag na tumigil.
Walang titigil. Buti na lang meron ho tayong mga senador dyan kagaya nitong si Senator Dante Marcoleta, itong si Espigueta. No? Sila ho talaga ayaw ho nilang tigilan tong issue na to. Kaya naman pagka ito tumigil ho ito, malaki hong problema ito mga kababayan. Pag nangyari yun, nagtagumpay na naman ho yung mga kawatan sa Malacanang at talo na naman ang sambayan ng Pilipino.
Kasi ulan na ng ulan. Flood control pa more. Paano titigilan yan? Samantalang yung ulan, ayaw tumigil. Baha na naman to. Ayan na naman, racket na naman. Naku, tapusin na natin ang ating investigasyon para hindi na maulit kailanman. At managot na ang dapat managot.
Nako, etong si Mangga na to, kumbaga nakikipagsabayan na to. Kung mananagot ang kapatid ko, mananagot na. Di ba? Yun yung yun yung tema na niya ngayon di ba? Wala na, tapusin na. Tapusin na natin to. Kung nagnakaw ka, Bongit, kailangan makulong ka. Parang gano'n ang datingan. Alam naman yan. Na mastermind yung kapatid niya. Pero sige, tuloy natin to para kahit pa paano yung sinasabi nating nating magkapatid na i-redeem natin ang pangalan ng Marcos dahil sinira sa nakalipas na 30 taon. Ang mangyayari dito, ang pagre-redeem pa lang nitong si Amy Marcos dito pa lang sa administrasyon ng kanyang kapatid. Hindi pa nga na-redeem yung pangalan ng matandang Marcos. Ang dami mong re-redeem. Pambira. Si Amy Marcos, baka mamamatay na lang to. Hindi pa siya tapos siya kaka-redeem. Tandaan nyo, plano i-redeem yung yung pangalan nila pangalan ng kanilang ama na sinira sa nakalipas na 30 taon. Ngayon hindi pa nare-redeem yun, meron na naman siya. Marcos.
Para hindi nawawala
Ang hirap ng trabaho mo, madam. Pambira.
ang bilyones, pati buhay ng Pilipino.
Yan. Ano na to? Amy Marcos, the redeem. Punta ko tayo dito kay Prof. Malutigia. I-interviewin mo siya ni yung anchor dito, yung balahurang magtanong. Pakinggan mo na ito game.
beat.
Hindi niya naman malalaman itong si Prof. Malo, no? Yung anong pangalan nito. Nakalimutan ko yung pangalan nitong balahurang magtanong na to Yung bida-bida, yung feeling siya all-knowing. Lahat na lang alam niya. Mas magaling pa siya sa ini-interview niya. Itong Ali na to. Kalimutan ko pangalan. Search ko.
Ang dami nangyari this week.
Yeah.
Specifically on the pre-trial. See, it's closed off to the media, right? So we didn't get first-hand access to it. But we did speak to many people, both sides, defense, prosecution.
Regina. Yan si Regina. Yung tipong Ba't mag-i-interview ka kung magaling ka? Kung alam mo na pala, sasagot mo, alam mo na pala, magaling ka pa sa ini-interview, interview ka pa. Parang gano'n ang dating nito eh.
And that's where doon natin nalaman yung mga the demands of each side, the list of witnesses, and so on and so forth. First of all, what did you make of all of it?
Well, it's a process. The pretrial process, it needs to be done in order to shorten the actual trial. So, and the second thing is that you are able to scrutinize the documents and mark it, and that kind of surprised me that there are certain documents lacking certain pages, so they did not agree to jointly
Yes.
mark it. So you will see from the outset that there are already strategies being laid out, but they are not discussing it.
What are you sniffing?
Well,
What are you seeing?
even the list of witnesses, di ba sabi, you are mirroring our witnesses, but that's essentially a strategy to debunk and assail. I mean, imagine if you're going to present former Senator Trillanes and Mr. Madriaga, and that they will also be the witnesses of the defense, it's essentially to assail them. So you have to stand on what you swore in terms of the affidavit, and that was used by the prosecution. So this is interesting because sparks were made on the first day. Sparks continued on the way they appreciated the documents, and then the questioning of the witnesses, the fact that there are general and vague witnesses. So those are already tactics being laid out, and to be fair, the House appears to be very prepared with their introduction, video and the pressers almost periodically, whereas the defense chose to remain quiet, logically because...
Pero pero kahit na hindi mayat may nagsasalita yung defense, ang dating mas parang pinaniniwalaan pa sila kaysa dito sa mga aso ni Martin Romualdez. Di ba meron silang schedule sa House of Representatives? Dapat bago weekend, 2 beses makakapag-press con sila dyan. Ang paksaho nila impeachment. Yung defense naman, wala silang pakialam. Hindi man sila nagpe-press con. Kundi lang sila pilitin ng mga mainstream media. Di man sila magpapa-interview, di ba? Dahil meron silang kumbaga, kung merong nakahaing petition sa Korte Suprema, hindi sila daldal ng daldal. Yung House of Representatives, minsan pati Korte Suprema, kinukontra nila.
They should
They
not
are on
be
the
able.
defense,
Yes,
yeah.
they should
They are
not
on
be
the
able to
defense.
say the plans.
Yeah, and we do know that they have boxes and boxes and boxes of documents on this, the House. As I was saying, we spoke to Attorney Lorna Kapunan this afternoon. She is, of course, one of the private prosecutors on the defense side. Ang sabi niya, the prosecution side is probably calling around 57 witnesses, whilst the defense is calling about 29 witnesses. The funny thing she said there is that out of the 29 that the defense is likely calling, 25 are common with the prosecution. And she says it's weird kasi pwede naman i-cross-examine ang witness ng prosecution. Bakit kailangan ilagay din yung name sa...
Well, that's a tactic. And I mean, Attorney Kapunan should not be surprised. She's a trial lawyer. So if you bring in a witness who can be assailed, then the whole thing drops, right? The whole case, kind of go haywire, and that is not probably to the interest of the prosecution.
So the idea there is to assail
Yes.
the witnesses. The
Assail
same
the witness,
witnesses
assail their
attack their
affidavit.
credibility.
Yeah. And if that works, then the whole case. Remember, I think there's a question on the confidential fund. Piatos, they're saying they have a witness named Piatos. Good luck, because that's a nom de guerre. And when you use that, you'll probably cross the line on confidential fund and aliases. They have...
Yan, malaking problema yung Piatos na yan. Kahit yung mga nasa intelligence community, alam nila na palayaw yun. Kumbaga secret name yung Mary Grace Piatti. Mary Grace Piatti, hindi Piatos. Mary Grace Piatti. Hindi ko pa malaman ba't Piatti pa yung ginawa. Yun tuloy naging piatos. Ginawang piatos nitong si Ako.
Of that Sal-in from Vice Mayor, they debated that from Vice Mayor to the Vice President. Vice Mayor and Mayor are not impeachable offices. So technically, you're just talking of 3 years, not 19 or 20 years. That's point 2. Point 3 is on the conditional threat. Conditional threat is something that is hard to prove unless they bring in that person who they claim was commissioned by the Vice President to do...
Maybe they
Yes,
found
so,
him or her.
I don't know.
I don't know.
You
Pero
know,
yung Sal-in, they have it all the way, up to 20 years.
Yeah.
But the ones when she was already a vice president apply.
yeah, just the 3 years. So why are you using the time during when she was Vice Mayor to Mayor?
I guess just to show a pattern there.
What
right?
pattern?
Of
Those are not
increasing-
impeachable offices.
Regina. Pasalamat ka. Hindi abogado itong si Prof. Malutigi. Kung hindi, masasampiga ka dyan.
Pero malayo kasi sa Sal-in as we saw during the
Malayo
House
sa
Justice
sweldo. Kasi ang
Committee.
sweldo ng Vice Mayor at ang sweldo ng Vice President talagang magkaiba. So doon pa lang, malayo na. So yung claim mo ng illegal wealth, etc.,
Regina,
will also
Regina.
go to the, to the flush because those are not impeachable years. So, basic. So, kung makikita mo, pahina ng pahina yung kaso ng House of Representatives. And then now, they're introducing new evidence which was not
Yeah.
alleged during the substance and form period. So,
But that was always their argument that they have more evidence. Of course, some of it you will save for the
yeah,
trial
but
proper.
it is not in the affidavit.
But it is enough. Kasi yung sa Justice Committee,
Ito naman si Regina. Oo, wag kang umiyak, pamira. Yan ang problema sa'yo eh. Ba't mo pinasok yung larangan na yan? Ngayon, pagka hindi umaayon sa gusto mong usapan, nagtatantrums ka.
hearing, you were not
Kalmahan mo lang, Regina, ha? Tataas ang blood pressure mo dyan.
looking for proof beyond reasonable doubt. It was a much lower
Yeah,
threshold,
but that is
right?
not the role of the House of Representatives.
Yeah.
That's the role of the trial court.
Correct.
So,
You wrote
Lamon na lamon. Ay, nako, Regina. Pambihira ka.
Ikaw lang.
Partida, meron ka pang kodigo sa lagay na yan.
arguing that this is well, sorry, let me shift to the Senate now because it's
O
really
yan, tapos na. Wala na. Magsisip ka na kasi supalpal ka.
you wrote that the Senate, what's happening there is a succession war designed to find a more pliable candidate
yes.
for 2028.
Yes. And,
Talk us through that. Why do you think so?
Because if you are able to convict the vice president, then the president, the incumbent president, can choose from the House of Representatives or the Senate who will be the vice president. So, of course, Senate President Gatchalian is very much interested to that. There are certain representatives in the House who are interested. And that alone, the succession, defines 2028.
Grabe no, ang hirap nun, no? Kasi sa succession, di ba? Ang magpipreside dapat, Senate President. At kung sakaling man, papalit kay VP Sara, Senate President. Ngayon, ang mangyayari, ang magpipreside si Escudero, pero ang pipiliing Senate President, si Gatchalian, aray ko! Pambira.
If I am taken and confirmed by both chambers to be the vice president succeeding Vice President Sara Duterte, then I am more competitive as a successor. The problem with our presidential system is that every president has to take care of the succession. Unfortunately, some do not want to get involved with the successor leader, because they will be staking, and if you do not have an endorsement power, your candidate, whoever you will anoint, will suffer. I.e., Gloria Arroyo and Gibo Chodoro. So those things have to come into play, and every president must now reckon with who will be my successor.
Let me be blunt and connect the dots here. You're saying this is BBM's way of anointing his successor?
Yes, by getting whoever he will anoint as vice president in replacement to Sara Duterte and getting both chambers to confirm. Two things. The president can nominate from any of the House or Senate, but both chambers will have to confirm.
Of course, of course. But that's many steps ahead. First, we have to go through an impeachment trial. And let's not forget, mataas ang threshold to convict.
Yes,
I
but-
know there's a lot of debate right now on what the number
There's
is.
that school of thought that, it can be a carrot for anyone who is interested to go national.
Is it? A carrot?
Because they're talking of conviction already. When in fact, it's very hard to
But
get that
exactly,
conviction.
whether it's 16 or 15,
It's 16.
Still,
It's 16. Ano, mind conditioning mo yan ng mga taga-mainstream media. Pagpipilitan na si 15, 14, 15, 16. It doesn't matter, 15. Bukas mga lang magulat na tayo. 15 na. Kasi paulit-ulit na sinasabi yung 15.
may school of thought din na 15.
Ay, naku, wala yung mga yan.
Because-
16.
Wala yan.
Nasa Constitution 16.
No, Regina, wag kang magaling. Yung school of thought. Yung mga school of thought na yun, karamihan nakatanggap ng maleta. Raulo.
Sorry, Malu,
Oo.
but yung people who are in the 15 or 14 camp include former justices, like kunyari,
Oh, yeah, but
former senior
Davide and
associate justice.
Ascuna are for 16. So
Taray mo.
it's
Former
divided.
Saj Antonio Carpio says it's not hard and fast. Former SP Frank Trilon says
I'll go with Chief Justice Davide and Ascuna.
yung term ni former
Sabi, ito ang pinakabrat na reporter dyan sa iyo. Pagka hindi na po nababaling, kulang na lang sabunutan niya na ini.
SP Trilon is they
Sino? Ascuna o Davide? Dating Chief Justice. Ang bihira, senior lang yung...
the two are beyond the Senate's coercive jurisdiction, meaning the Senate can't compel them to
No, they were not
participate.
suspended by the Senate. They were
No,
not
I know, but
disciplined by the
yes,
Senate.
but one is under the jurisdiction of the law.
They can find ways for that person to vote. They were not disciplined. So that's another area
Senator
that they will...
Jinggoy Estrada is being
Yeah, he's in
disciplined.
jail, but
He's-
they were not.
yeah.
He was not disciplined by the Senate. His privileges were not suspended.
The
He was the
law-
one who said, "You can take my salary, you can do
Yeah.
whatever."
But does the law not supersede internal Senate parliamentary rules?
no, a member has to be disciplined.
No, but the point
Nagtatanong ka tapos ayaw mong pasagutin. Ano si Raulo ka, Regina?
is he's in jail.
Yeah.
And he is beyond, he is stripped of his legislative
beyond. He's not
responsibility.
beyond.
So how can the Senate compel him to attend?
Talk to the Sandigan Bayan and allow him for law to vote.
That is
There are so many ways to do that.
That is the former Senator De Lima tried that. The Muntinlupa RTC denied it.
Oh, but
because
still you can try it. It doesn't mean it's the decision will be carried. There's several wild cards actually on play, and we cannot really finally say this one is the hard rule. But these are all live cards that we need to consider when you go to the threshold. And I think that would be one of the decision points of the impeachment court, to lay a clear definition on the threshold.
you don't agree that each tribunal gets to decide their own rules. And the
Yeah.
Constitution says,
Constitution is clear.
yes, the Constitution is clear.
Two-thirds of all
Oh, I'm
members.
talking about something else, but 2/3 of all members. But the word all is not the thing that's in contention here. I think everybody agrees all is all. But I guess the crux is which members are considered able to participate at a given point in time is the other legal argument
You can
behind
go
it.
back to the debates of the Constitutional Commission. It was very clear. 2/3 of all. It didn't say 2/3 of those who are
So, mali sila
present.
Saj Carpio
Mali.
and SP
I'll take,
Drilon.
as I said, I'll take Davide and Ascuna.
Ako, korektahin kita, Regina. Mali yun. Kasi, ano yung mga yun partisan yung mga yun eh. Di ba? nasa interest nila na ma-impeach si BP Sara. Pinklawan, 'di ba? Gusto nila ay sila makapwesto sa Malacanang sa 2028. Pero si Divide wala na. Wala na, tapos na si Divide. Si Ascuna buhay pa pero hindi partisan. Wala siyang pakialam. Basta ako kung anong ginawa namin niya sa 1987 Constitution na yan, yung sagradong Constitution. Hindi pwedeng mapalitan ng Constitution na yan. Yung Constitution na yan na nakaukit sa bato, yun ang susundin natin. Lahat ng miyembro. Hindi, mabihira naman to si Regina. Oo, mga kinukot mo, mga partisan eh.
You know, by the way, si Justice Ascuna, we spoke to him a few weeks ago as well. He said at that time, this was shortly after Senator Bato was, the warrant came out and that fateful day in the Senate happened. Sabi ni Justice Ascuna, because the Supreme Court denied the TRO petition, the authorities are legally allowed to arrest Bato. Do you agree with that as well?
No, because I would rather wait for the full decision of the Supreme Court on that issue. They just ruled on the TRO.
Yeah,
They
not the merits of the case
rule
yet.
on the issues.
But
Yes.
his reading was because the TRO itself was rejected, then authorities are free to arrest him.
If they can locate him.
So, do you know?
Kamutulo na lang to si Regina. Pero sa tingin ko, alam na kung anong dadaan ito si Prof. Balutigia dyan sa programa niya na yan na political bit. Yang si Regina. Palko yang si Regina eh.
No, he is.
No, I don't. Mahirap
Baka-
yan, ha?
baka
Baka
ma-quote ka.
mamaya yung mga NBI, nako.
Baka ma-quote ka doon.
Oh, no. I don't know where he is.
The issue, well, we could keep going back and forth with the magic number of 16, but ultimately, I guess, because it's sui generis,
Impeachment
the
is.
Senate has to decide amongst themselves,
Yes,
diba?
yes.
I mean,
Ang problema dito, kayo mga media, gusto nyo 15. Hindi man yung tipong, ano ba ang sinasabi ng saligang batas, yung nasa utak nyo, yung gusto nyo mangyari, yung naratibo nyo, yun yung pinagpipilitan nyo. Kaya nga yung mga mainstream media na yan, biniguho talaga nila ang sambayan ng Pilipino. Kaya ngayon, kung sa tingin nyo ho ba, yung ginagawa na yun ng mainstream media ay para sa interest ng sambayan ng Pilipino, yung pagpipili sa 50, hindi ho. Malaking malaking kabalbalan ho yan sa bahagi ng mga taga-mainstream media. Kaya mapahanggang sa ngayong mga panahon na to, wala na hong tiwala ang ating mga kababayan dito sa mga reporter na kagaya nitong si Regina.
Even the presiding officer, I think, is still up in the air.
we hear,
There's the Escudero and there's the Senate President insisting.
What do you think of Senate?
I would go with
Senator-
Senator Escudero
Because
because he's a lawyer. You know, what is very, very important in the impeachment, as we've seen in previews, the presiding officer has to rule on the spot. He has to break the impasse. He has to call you out of order. He has to say, in so many years ago, this is the decision, blah, blah, blah. That is jurisprudence. Unfortunately, Senator Win does not have that depth in terms of jurisprudence and law. He might be very good in numbers, very good in,
The budget.
policy wonk. But when it comes to impeachment, you really need a lawyer there.
some people say that he's not the right person to preside because Senator Cheese, because of forthwith, the issue over
Yeah, but
forthwith.
the forthwith was settled by the Supreme Court. It's moved
Babalik mo na naman yung Port. Pambira, sinabi na nga ng Korte Suprema na tama ginawa ni Cheese Escudero.
on.
Mupon ka na, ito naman si Regina, oo. Pambihira naman to talaga.
Do you
oh.
think he's the best person?
Yeah, yeah. Unfortunately, he had some problems with, but when it
Pambihira naman to si Regina, ayaw pa niya mag-move on. Pati ba naman yung forthwith, ini-issuehan mo? Kala ko pa naman yung Sabado natin magiging tahimik, kalmado. Narinig ko lang itong si Regina.
comes to
Daig pa ng Biyernes.
really presiding and
Ganyan
calling
ka,
it
Regina.
as it is, I think I'd have a good night's sleep with Senator Escudero there.
Can we have a real
Kahit galit tayo dyan kay Cheese. kahit galito tayo dyan kay Cheese, mas gugustuhin ho natin na siya ang mag-preside kaysa kay Wing Gatchalian. Kahit nasa kabilang parlor ho siya na yung pinakamainam kasi si Kiko Pangilinan wala ring utak yun. Diba? Mantakin nyo, siyang trumabaho dyan sa juvenile na yan. O sino pang abogado doon, di naman pwede si Risa. Anak lang ko, baka pagka dumating sa impeachment trial yun, isang maletang index card dala-dala nun. Tapos pagka magro-rule siya, hahanapin niya pa. Hindi pwede yun. Si Tuta Soto naman, hindi. Si Cheese lang ho talaga ang best ano nila dyan, best man nila para pagdating sa impeachment.
Conversation about what's at stake here for him. That day that he just turned up to plenary and became the swing vote. What do you think? Because the now majority also say that was a surprise for them. They didn't know he was going to turn up.
I was also surprised by that.
Do you think there was horse trading that happened here behind the scenes?
Yes.
And what's on the table, on the line for him?
Cases will not be filed. Things will not be opened. Insertions will not be looked at. That's
But
the
it's-
reality of politics. The carrot and stick is very, very definitive when it comes to what is happening in the Senate and also in the House when they were able to get bigger than 1/3 legislators signing the impeachment. So the carrot and stick is
257.
yes, that's bigger than the first.
Can
Diba?
you carrot and stick 257 legislators?
Yeah, you can do
That's a
carrot
lot.
through incentives and stick through cases.
Parang naman that's ultra, the super.
Yan mag-isip pagka pagka yung tipong nasa bubble sila ng kanilang network. Paano makakarot and stick yung 200? Simple lang. Nakatanggap lahat yan ng MOOE, nakatanggap lahat yan ng project, nakatanggap lahat yan ng kung ano man sa speaker. Ngayon, pagdating naman doon sa karot, ang dami ho dyan. Ayuda, kung ano-ano pa. 10 million, di ba? Pambihira naman to si Regina. Yan ang problema pagka galing-galing mo, pagka wala ka ng kwenta. Well, di mo na naman alam kung kayang pambihira. Idaan mo na lang talaga sa makeup ate.
Or
Pambihira
power
ka.
already.
No, that's how they are.
With the so you're saying that they might drop the cases against him.
I think they already dropped 3. I mean, he even announced. That's why I was saying,
yung na-drop
why
was-
announce it? 3 out of 5
Yung
were...
na-drop was the one on campaign
Yes.
finance, campaign donation, but later on, George Garcia, the COMELEC chair, said, we're looking at it again.
Oh, so... And even yung kay Joel Villanueva, most people would say, oh, wala na yan. Then all of a sudden, the ombudsman was saying, no, we're going to see through it. So I don't know if that was a right move by the two. Certainly, they got burned. Their reputations got damaged. But, that's how politics is in this country.
How do you think it's possible at all for them to drop such big cases? I mean,
Yes!
remember the case with Sen Joel is one of the first ones that they.
And he was one of the
Put
first who
together
said,
as
as
a
early
case.
as 20, I think something, delivered a privilege speech in the Senate and was saying, I was the first who called. Now you're suing me? So,
But he wasn't the first who shone a light on the flood control issues in Bulacan.
he was.
It was Senator Ping.
No, he
No.
was.
No.
Ping was 2020, today, 2026. I think 2024, he was already, Senator Villanueva was already talking.
Nagsasalita na si Joel Villanueva kaso nga takot siya sa kulong. 'Di ba? At takot siya sa mga coops na reporter sa mainstream media. Coops mo si Regina? Coops ba siya?
About it.
I will check that. I want to continue
Check
this
mo.
conversation. Unfortunately, I'm being told to wrap up.
Okay.
But we will bring you back a little later, this time to talk about FIMI, Foreign Information Manipulation. I forgot the last time. Interference? Interference.
Interference.
Thank you for now, Malu Tiquilla. She will be joining us again a little bit later. More development.
Tingnan
Brought
natin.
you back in kasi now I want to talk about information warfare. Kasi we're moving rapidly.
Information warfare. Kasali kayo dyan, di ba? Kaso ang ano nyo, ang paksyon nyo para doon sa mga, di ba? Mga di natin malaman kung anong klaseng politiko. Hindi pala, sorry. Ang paksyon pala nitong sila Regina para doon sa mga boss nilang oligarko sa kanilang mga dambuhalang network. Di ba? Yun ang interest ng mga yan.
Towards
Tatlo pala gera, no? Tatlo laban natin ngayon, no? Sa mga, para sa sambayan ng Pilipino, meron naman para sa mga magnanakaw, at para doon sa mga oligarko. Kasi minsan yung mga maleta at saka yung mga oligarko, nagsasama-sama yung mga yan, di ba? Kaibigan,
very consequential election, national election. I know 2 years away pa, pero even now, ang ingay na.
It's almost very predictable that the noise will escalate around elections or around highly politicized events like impeachments, which is also probably around the election. So on the FEME angle naman, that's where I would say it becomes easier to identify if there's some state-sponsored activity for or against a particular politician. Kasi mas obvious na eh. And that's why we
Baka
felt
naman
this was the...
partisan lang.
Well, partisanship
Or supporters lang
is,
talaga.
is part of the equation. You know, I mean, it's in the same manner, you have local businessmen sponsoring their local congressmen. At a national level, there's also something like that. And I think it's better we're aware of it rather than we're just ignorant. At least that's our position.
What about you, Malu? What do you see? What
About
have you seen?
FEME? Information warfare is real. It has been there pre-internet.
Yeah, pre-internet.
Amplified now.
Oo, amplified now. And it's viral.
Oh.
And people, it depends on how you coach your headings, your post. And when there are certain keywords that were used, people would just gravitate and, share it. A perfect example is Senator Alan Peter Cayetano. He has been, di ba, ang sabi, nagdi-direct selling.
Live
yun ang-
stream.
Live, because he would always go FB Live.
Oo.
But people do not understand that
Strategy
because
yun.
of the uniqueness of
The
Facebook
situation.
or Meta, you get to address more audience than probably how many people are watching today. He had in one Facebook Live 15 million viewers. And that's
Views.
and that's like very, 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 very organic. The reach was really sustainable because of the frequency that he did, and people are getting into information that they think is ito papaniwalaan ko. So it's a factor of trust. Vis-a-vis guardians like media, they'd say,
We're no
"Oh,
longer the gatekeepers.
Yeah.
We are no longer the
No longer the gatekeeper. The gatekeeper is the viewer.
Well,
So
it's
if
the
the
tech
viewer says,
platforms.
"Oh, I don't like you," I transfer them to si
Kaya ito,
Alan.
nakita nila si Regina, ay kups to, ayoko panoorin to, di ba? Ganun yun. Diba, nakikipagtalo sa ini-interview niya. Ay mas magaling. Ba't ngayon umaayon ka sa sinasabi ni Prof. Malutikia? Pero pagdating dun sa botohan, meron ka sariling naratibo. Yan ang problema sa iyo, Regina. Di ba? Kaya kung alimbawa, kung hindi ko to pinalabas, hindi man lamang nila maririnig kung ano sasabihin mo. Makita pa lang kasi ng sambayan ng Pilipino, kung iyang pagmumukha mo na yan, ika nga, alam na nila karakas mo. Di ba? Tingnan nyo yung video nila dyan sa One News PH. At tingnan nyo tong reaction video natin dito sa PH Update. Tingnan nyo ho. Wala nanood doon. 5,000. Kasi narinig pa lang nila yung unang buka ng bunganga nito si Regina. Nagtrasa na yung mga tao. Ito naman kasi si Regina. Nag-imbita, tapos ayaw niyang
Peter, and you see the number of followers
talaga
and
to si
viewers.
Regina,
Again, sa politiko, iba ang followers, iba ang viewers. They would usually lump them
Together.
And somebody would say, "Oh, I want 1 million followers." Why do you need that? It's not a conversion tool.
Oh.
But it is certainly a one channel direct to your audience messaging.
And so we know, all the politicians know, that is the way to go to get to the voters.
If you are articulate.
Ano yung, at
kaso
least
si
early, are you already seeing,
kaso si Ping Lacson di naman articulate, di ba? Kailangan niya doon sa post niya na ginagawa ng staff niya sa kanyang FB page, yung mag-live, hindi na makakapag-live yun, wala na manunood, pauulan na sandamukkal na ano yun, di ba? Depende rin. Ngayon, alam na nila yung sikreto. Kahit alam mo yung sikreto, kung wala naman ang manunood sa'yo at puro mura lang aabutin mo, sa tingin ko, pag nag-live ka, yun ang unat huli mong pagla-live pag nagkataon. Naiintindihan mo, Regina?
Campaign.
Naiintindihan mo yung Regina? Problema sa inyo,
Authentic.
hindi nyo naiintindihan.
Yes.
Meron na.
Impeachment, there's inauthentic. There's troll, there's the messaging are always the same. So you have to be wary about that because to a certain degree, it's a play of who do you trust and what evidence would you accept as evidence.
Alam mo yung who do you trust is such a loaded question.
Oh,
And relative question.
Who do we trust?
when you look at the mainstream media trust rating,
Trust. PH update. Siyempre, di ba, Prof. Malu? Isang araw, makikita nyo sa PH update si Prof. Malu. dito kayo, ano? Dito yun. Ika nga, sa kayo magtitiwala, mainstream media o sa mga ordinaryong Pilipino na naglalabas na saloobin sa social media na kung saan pinagbibasihan lang naman ng ating mga reaksyon at mga komento yung mga sinasabi ng mga malalaking player dito sa mga kaganapan na to sa ating bansa. Raw, hindi scripted, wala akong papel na hinahawakan kagaya ng Regina. Sino papaniwalaan nyo, si Regina o si PH Update? Sabi ko sa iyo, Regina.
the Philippines
I
is
know.
like 28.
Nawin si
I
Regina.
know.
So,
But that's due to, well, social media is one. That's due to hyper-partisan.
Lahat na lang kasi alam mo all-knowing ka eh. Ano ka, ang tawag doon, ikaw jack of all trades ka eh. Alam mo lahat, wala kang hindi. Ayun, kaso wala na, kahit na jack of all trades ka dahil nga alam mo lahat, wala kang expertise. Pagka nakakasagupa ka ng mahusay kagaya ni Prof. Malutigia, nasosoplak. Regina of all trades. Expert sa ganito, magaling sa batas, mahusay. Regina of all trades.
Activities as
No,
well.
but in that report, I think si Vera nag-publish, or one of the people who published, there were two stats that I saw interesting. In the same period na bumaba yung trust in news, tumaas yung usage of social. So that's where our group came in naman na, hey, parang, I think, yeah, certainly propaganda, fake news, been around for a while. Pero more and more, there's a huge technology component
Oh, yeah.
that parang people don't realize. No? What you see on the feed, you automatically believe it to be true or false, depending on who's saying it. But not realizing that there's really some mechanism happening there behind the scenes.
Give me a sense of how big this market is. Yung
how big?
influencers, troll farms.
Cell phone is universal now in the Philippines. And when you go to BARM, cell phone
Ikaw,
is
punta ka sa BARM.
Yeah, it's 80%. The remaining 20% they don't own it. But what is their source of news?
Cellphone.
Social media.
Social media.
Kasi wala namang internet masyado. So nandun sa cellular pumapasok.
Tapos yung behavioral, kung wala kang cellphone, saan mo nakukuha? Pupunta kami sa plaza, malapit sa munisipyo, kasi may internet.
May wifi doon. Oo.
So pag sa plaza, makikita mo gabi na, may mga bata pang nasa plaza. Anong ginagawa nyo?
Nagsa-cellphone.
Nagti-TikTok. You see them, it's
Oh
out
yes,
there. Yeah.
TikTok.
You know,
It's a new
it's hard to
battleground.
actually size like a dollar value.
Si Battleground. Yung mga platform dito sa it's a new battleground. Hindi man it's a new platform. It's a new battleground. Kapal na mukha mo, Regina. Ang tingin nyo pala sa platform, gusto nyo talaga gusto nyo talaga napanalunan. Mula sa mainstream media hanggang battleground.
Value.
Yeah.
So the way we would attack it, at least in the paper, is look at what's at stake.
Democracy is at stake.
Of course, democracy, high level, but there are government assets that are bought and sold.
Nako.
You know, there are government businesses that are bought and sold. Or it started out as government and then it gets privatized. So you cannot also remove the financial component. That's why we were also saying, certainly you do your fact checking, and I'll have something to say about that also. But don't forget the money flow. There is a money flow.
You don't believe in fact-checking.
Okay, that's a good, let's nuance that. You do it as part of your job, let's say as a journalist. But I think we cross a line when we turn it into a law. What do you mean? if you'll have a state-sponsored fact checker,
Oh, yeah. No.
end of
Yeah.
story
Yeah,
na.
yeah,
And
yeah.
also the other thing is, and
Oh,
I know,
yeah, no, yeah, oh, yeah. Tapos biglang papasok ang Vera Files. tapos biglang papasok ang Rappler. Palakpakan! Pambira. Oh, yeah, oh.
many journalists kind of raised their eyebrows at me on this. One person's fact is another person's propaganda. If you go online, the Metas, the Twitters, they have no way of determining what is true or false. Just what trends and doesn't trend. So depending on which part of the partisan spectrum you sit, you're either the fact checker or a purveyor of propaganda. So, but again, don't stop doing that. But really what's under the scenes is the amplification.
Yeah.
Which no one actually talks about. No one talks about that. In fact, here is another uncomfortable truth. Freedom of expression, still in the Constitution, protects you even if you say a lie. Like you make a joke. Hindi ka ikukulong dapat for saying...
not if you libel someone.
Libel is the limit, and then hate speech. But short of that, sky is red. You wanna go to jail for that? Hindi, diba? But when you add amplification into the picture, and one message is getting boosted while the rest is not, yun na yun. I think that's where it gets twisted. I would say more than 9 out of 10 times, probably 95% of the time, when you see something that is false, it's probably also being amplified either by trolls or influencers. And that's what makes this...
Pagka gumaganyan si Prof. Malutigia, dyan, naniniwala ako dyan. Tinitingnan ko yung facial expression nito si Prof. Malu. Pagka naman ito si Regina, gumaganon, anak ng toko, may problema tayo dyan. Ibig sabihin, hindi ka nga doon sa script ng taga-mainstream media, medyo bumabaling yung ini-interview niya. Kailangan niya nang mag-intervene.
It's information operations, they call it sa military. It makes it harder to tell what's really true
Yeah.
or false. You're
Yeah.
just going with your dopamine.
Okay.
Na-excite ako dito, I'll like
Yeah,
it or
like
share
preying
it.
on your emotions talaga.
Correct.
Okay, last question. I feel like I'm worried because I feel like I know the answer to this already. How many of our politicians today take advantage of this?
Oh, I think all of them.
I would also agree. It's safe to
All
say
of them take advantage
it's
of-
part of
Because
your
it's
political
free, you
toolkit.
want to reach more people, depending on your messaging, you know.
So sila yung may mga troll farms,
No, but
sila yung
even,
mga
but even there,
influencers.
you know, you will see, yung medyo konti ang pera, hindi kaya mag-boost.
Oh.
Yung kayang mag-flood, they will boost and boost kahit hindi organic, kahit smiley na lang yung reaction ng tao. You know, there are ways of checking, nagustuhan ba ng tao?
Oh, sa
When
analytics
you close
yan.
the comment box,
Yeah.
Yeah.
what does that do?
It's artificial. Yeah.
Diba? When all the comments are all smiley or all sad,
Or haha.
right? Diba? What does that mean? So, it's, you know, the social media, all the platforms are very good for quick survey, unscientific, quick focus group discussion. It's free, but they don't use it that way. They just want to boost, and they have this fixed notion that, what? Did I reach how many? 15 million? Oh, that's votes. They are not votes because it is not a conversion platform.
But it does,
Monetized?
Oh.
Yes.
but it does keep you top of mind.
Depends.
Good or bad, diba?
Depends. If
Oh.
you're the joke of town, yes.
Top of mind ka rin.
Top of mind ka
Diba?
pa rin.
Oh, pero pag yung mga reputational damages, it's very hard to control it because it's so fast.
Yeah.
Maybe just a quick rejoinder on that. It's safe to say everyone who wants to be known, whether celebrity or politician, will use this.
Ito na yung-
Because kulang din yung legal framework.
Ito na yung third pillar of the economy. I'm just
Correct.
kidding. I'm just kidding.
Or fourth pillar
There's
or
a huge
fifth pillar.
underground economy.
Yeah, money changes hands.
I
Lots of money changes
want to
hands.
talk about this with both of you much.
Ayun na nga mga kababayan, dito na natatapusin kasi medyo napagod na si Regina. Hindi niya na alam siguro kung ano itatanong dito sa dalawang napakahusay na ano na to. Na ini-interview niya na to. Maraming salamat to sa pag-support sa PH Update. Pagdasal na pagdasal natin si Regina na ika nga kumalma na ang puso niya. No? Salamat to. Wala. Hira talaga.